Merry Christmas, adventurers, and welcome back to Abnormal Voyages. My name is David, and today we find ourselves in Frankenmuth, Michigan. To be more specific, this holiday season, we're here at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. This is the largest Christmas store in the entire world. It was started way back in 1945, though the building behind me was brought to life in 1977. It is a huge, massive Christmas experience, so we are going to dive right in and deck the halls. Just to get in the spirit, I have my special Christmas bow tie here, and we are all set. I hope you'll come tag along.
We're going to a place that you've never heard of before. It's Abnormal Voyages. You're gonna learn something new. We're gonna open new doors. It's Abnormal Voyages.
I cannot get over how huge this place is. It is several buildings, pretty much all put together. It's like if you took a couple Targets and a Walmart or two and filled them all with nothing but Christmas. So, we gotta get started on seeing all the wonderful things that are inside. Now, the story here all begins with Wally Bronner, who brought this Christmas magic to life. Things have certainly come a long way since the original store opening in 1954, with multiple expansions along the way. Wally Bronner himself has always had that entrepreneurial spirit inside him. As early as the age of 12, he was helping out in his aunt's grocery store, and then at the age of 16, he started his own after-school business where he would do painting in his parents' basement. The only thing stronger in Wally than his love for business was his love for Christmas. And growing up in a Christian family, he knew that it was very important to keep Christ in Christmas. So he made sure that his business never lost sight of what the meaning of Christmas was for him and his family. And outside of that, the joy and happiness that Christmas represents to everyone was really what kept Wally going every single day, spreading that happiness and joy to anyone he should meet. Throughout the decades, Bronners flourished and grew and grew and grew until eventually it was, in fact, the largest Christmas store in the entire world. Now, unfortunately, Wally did pass away in 2008, but his legacy is in very good hands, and they continue to run the store just like he did and keep spreading his joy and morals to anyone who comes by looking for a little bit of that Christmas spirit. And speaking of Christmas spirit, I think it's our turn to check out all the wonderful things that lay in this huge, massive Christmas store. Let's start with a very important element. An essential part of any Christmas is the iconic Christmas tree. So, of course, they have plenty of beautiful options for you here. Now, we have visited some Christmas stores in the past, such as the beautiful one in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area over in Tennessee. But I've got to say, no store I've ever been in comes anywhere close to the wonderfulness that's here at Bronner's. This place is so massive that when you walk inside, you can pick up a map to help you find what sections have what items in them. That is crazy. Now, any kind of light pattern you want on your trees, odds are you're going to find it here. But not only trees, they also have tons of these giant yard decorations that will really make your house stand out. This is so all the neighbors are jealous when they find out that you are basically the new North Pole. You've also got to pick up a wreath for your door, so there are plenty of gorgeous different ones in all different sizes And again, all different kind of light patterns that'll match perfectly with whatever decorations you're planning. If you've ever watched a Christmas movie and you wonder, man, how did they make that house look so awesome? Chances are they came shopping here, because this is where all the massive, big decorations that before this I had only seen in movies, this is where they come from. They specialize in that kind of thing. So there's a lot of wonderful things in every direction. Everywhere you look, there is something Christmassy to help warm up your soul. Of course, some of it is gonna set you back a pretty penny, but the prices were pretty reasonable considering how massive and cool a lot of this was. But you know what? If you don't want to spend the money, maybe just write a really nice letter to Santa, and he and the elves can drop something special off to you just in time for next year's Christmas. Once you have your Christmas tree, you've got to put some ornaments on it. And ornaments is one area that Bronners truly shines in. You can find an ornament for literally almost any theme, from mermaids and pirates to outer space. Anything you want, you can grab it and slap it on a tree. I don't think you understand that when I say almost anything, I really mean almost anything. I mean, look, there's Snickers and Skittles ornaments, there's car ornaments, there's different profession ornaments, there's no end to all the different ornaments you can find here. They have well over 1 million different varieties. You could spend literally hours in here just crafting the perfect Christmas tree from all your different aspects of life. It may take a while, but it would look really, really cool by the end of it. Now, even if you aren't buying ornaments, it's really fun just to go through here and look at all the different varieties. It's like little pieces of art. And because this is Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, they want to make it fun and exciting and not just have rows and rows of different items. They go out of their way to make each display magical in its own right. So, whether you're looking for some Hanukkah-themed Christmas ornaments, which seems like a little bit of an oxymoron, but still very nice, or Coca-Cola type stuff, they are going to put big eye-catching things everywhere. My favorite was probably this dinosaur that's all lit up and then decorated with dinosaur ornaments next to an entire section of dinosaur ornaments. I mean, how cool is that? They also have things international, so you could go through different rows where you would find by country what you're looking for. Now, it's really hard to beat the Irish one with the leprechaun elf and the tree. I mean, pot of gold, St. Patrick's Day with Christmas, genius. Animal section was very cool too. Like I said, almost any animal that is your favorite one, you're gonna find an ornament here. The 4th of July one went a little hard. That was kind of crazy to see, but you know what? Being patriotic never goes out of season. There was also these more nature-based ones, and some classic Santa Claus with Santa in an airplane, Santa in a car, all that good stuff. And then very fancy ones here. These were much more expensive, but these were handmade glass-blown ones, very finely decorated, really nice collection to have. They also had plenty of things at the top that were just fun to look at, things that look down on you as you're wandering through and looking at all the ornaments available to you. Here's some of that mermaid stuff I mentioned earlier, in case you wanted to go under the sea Christmas possibly. So lots of good options there, even with the island life palm trees. And then again, more of the traditional Christmas for those who just want something nice and holiday themed without going into some of the crazier aspects. Dogs had their own section, which personally I love. Very cool to see all the different breeds represented. And right here, you could get some of the more religious ones, kind of remembering the birth of baby Jesus and the manger scenes, which was conveniently located next to Little Snowman Guy. And if you thought you couldn't find the perfect one, well, they had you covered still. Just in case you couldn't find the perfect ornament you needed from all the thousands they had available, you can come over here and get a personalized ornament where you're going to pick it out based on either an anniversary, a birthday, even an occupation, or maybe somebody's favorite animal, and then you're going to get it personalized on the other side, specific to you. Baby's first Christmas ornaments were very popular, where you could get personalized the name of the baby or perhaps the whole family. But you could also pick up special graduation year ornaments. You could pick up couple ornaments that were like our first Christmas together, any kind of achievement that had happened in this year. This was where you could get all of that commemorated. And then if you happen to be a sports fan, they had a huge section that was all different kinds of sports and different teams. Because you know Santa and the elves love to cut loose and play sports from time to time. So you could go through here and find skateboard ornaments, hockey ornaments. There was even an entire section that was about golf. So you could get that golfer in your life, the perfect putting green Christmas ornament. Then they did go into teams. Of course, University of Michigan was very popular in this region for obvious reasons. But they had plenty of other schools represented as well. So college, professional, whatever you needed, this is the place to go. A very popular Christmas time hobby that I'm sure you're familiar with is collecting Christmas villages. They're a lot like this, and you can buy separate Christmas-themed buildings to add to your village to grow and have your own little happy Christmas town. You have things like elves and little Santas working at workshops. We've got a little polar bear, and then it goes into certain IPs, such as right up here. We have Mickey's Ear Factory, where Mickey Mouse and friends are hard at work making those famous ear hats. You can find these from different movies, TV shows, and of course, we also have things such as nativity scenes from the Bible, and pretty much these run the gamut of everything holiday you can imagine. We begin with a classic Charles Dickens Victorian-era Christmas village. This is the storybook classic Christmas. I loved all the little things here, and it actually reminded me of one that my grandma and I used to put together growing up. We'd get new buildings every year and have a whole Christmas village. It was a lot of fun, one of my favorite traditions. We then move on to a very Disney-themed one, where it looks like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and all their friends are rushing to get their Christmas stuff ready to celebrate the big day together. Now, from the world of Disney, we head over to the Who's in Whoville. You'd have to be quite a Grinch to not fall in love with this masterpiece. And one of those holiday classics, The Nightmare Before Christmas. They have pieces from not only Christmas Land, but Halloween Town as well. This one was very cool and is great for people who also love a little Halloween flair with their Christmas goodies. Something else a little Halloweenish are these foreign troll dolls for Christmas. They look a little creepy, but they're kind of cute in their own way. They had actually a lot of international stuff, such as some beer steins here that all had different holiday themed scenery on them. Really liked those. Kind of harkens back to the German influence, not only on Christmas, but this city and specific area of Michigan. And if you wanted to pick up a souvenir for Bronners itself, they also had you set there with plenty of magnets. They had the Wally Bronner story on DVD, a couple books he wrote, wonderful hats. Personally, I could not leave without picking up a Bronner's Christmas sweater that I very much love and will be wearing this Christmas day and probably for years to come. And of course, things like Countdown to Christmas and Advent calendars are a big part of the holiday, so you know they have an entire section dedicated to those who just love the buildup of anticipation to Christmas morning. Another iconic Christmas season character is the Nutcracker. Here at Bronners, you can pick out the perfect one for you and take it home to warm up the season. Nutcrackers are always super recognizable as a Christmas character. They have all the big ones here looking down on you as you go shopping, and then, not quite as many as the Ornaments, but still a huge selection of different Nutcrackers, and a lot of them from different franchises. Like there was Nightmare Before Christmas, there was a King Tut one, there was just so many different ones to choose from, different countries. There were some plain ones if you felt like being creative and kind of painting, decorating your own. Or perhaps you would like, as I said, the different countries here. A lot of really cool characters in this, a lot of little details. Besides the countries, they also had a section that was storybook. So this is the entire set from Alice in Wonderland. But my absolute favorite ones here had to be this set that was based on The Wizard of Oz. You got the Scarecrow, the Lion, the Tin Man, the Wicked Witch herself, and then a Coca-Cola bear, just, for good measure. I think the story would have been better with him. So you keep going, and there is something very unique that is kind of towards the back of the store. Hidden in the back, there's something really fun you're not going to want to miss. This is the private collection of the store of Precious Moments figurines and Hummel figures. There's over 600 Precious Moments, even more Hummels. They are really interesting to see all grouped together like this. It's definitely going to make your grandma jealous. I've got to be honest here. This is a subject that I really do not know a lot about, but I've seen these all over the place, mainly in Hallmark stores and things like that, but I know they are super collectible. There's definitely a huge fandom out there of people that adore these kind of figures. So anybody who likes these is going to be in heaven seeing this collection. Tons of these Hummel figures, and I gotta say the painting and details on these are really nice. Like, these are very well made. Then we move on to Precious Moments, which everybody knows. There's actually a giant chapel that's over in Missouri that has life-size Precious Moments figures. That is definitely going to be a voyage in the future that we bring you. But for now, we are just checking out this really cool collection, and I think they only have a certain amount that come out every year, so this is by far decades of collecting. All of them look really neat here together, and again, anyone who enjoys these, this is going to be the highlight of the trip for them to get to see them together. It seems our train is pulling into the station after our whirlwind tour, just hitting some of the highlights of this store. Again, it's so massive that it could easily take several days to see it all. But I gotta mention that I don't think any store I've ever been in has ever been filled with this much happiness. Though Wally Bronner has passed on, I think it's safe to say that his spirit, and more importantly, the spirit of Christmas, lives on here at Bronners. And with that, our Christmas adventure has come to an end. I hope we were able to spread just a little bit more Christmas cheer to you and your family. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button, comment below where you'd like to see us go next, or maybe just what you'd like to get for Christmas, and make sure you subscribe so you can see all of our future adventures. If you'd like to give yourself a present every single month, you can also help us out by joining our Patreon. Link is going to be down below, and you get awesome stuff such as a postcard every single month in the mail from somewhere that we've gone. My name is David, and this has been Abnormal Voyages. Thanks for tagging along. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas.